Any day now, I'm gonna have an electric jet ski, any day. All right, we are out here on the Ausom DT2 Pro, and I'm gonna talk about 5 things I hate about my Ausom scooter. Now, first I have to say, this is my favorite scooter. I rode like a dozen scooters by now. This is by far my favorite one, especially for the price. And you know I got a code quest on it if you're interested in checking out any of the Ausom scooters. But there are still 5 things I hate about this, and I'm making this, hopefully the people from Ausom watch this video and they take some notes for when they make their next line of scooters, because I would like to see some improvements, because this thing really is awesome, but there's still 5 things I hate. So the first thing that I hate about this, and I hate it on my other Ausom scooter as well, is it has such a long charge time. There's 2 charge ports down there. I only have the one charger it came with right now. I probably need to get another one, but the default charge time with one charger is 12 hours from 0 to full. And on my other Ausom scooter, it's 14 hours. And the second charger cuts the time in half, but it's still a pretty long time, and you have to buy a second charger and run 2 cords at a time. I will say though, compared to other scooters with shorter charge times, this one I'm on right here, the DT2 Pro, has such an incredible range. I usually get about 30 miles on it when I'm going max speed off and on between the sport mode and the race mode. The range is really good, but you know, I gotta remember to charge it for 12 hours if I use that 30-mile range.
Hey dude, your blinker's on again.
Oh, bruh. All right, that brings me to my second thing I hate about this. Bruh, the blinker is always on. You hit any little bump, there's this little bumper switch that just, it flicks itself and it turns the blinker on. Literally every time I ride, the blinker's on. I actually saw a video the other day of somebody riding on Ausom scooter, and it was somebody else recording them from behind. And I'm like, what's this flashing light? Oh yeah, it's the blinker, bro. Like, it's cool to have a scooter with a blinker, but it's only on the back and you can barely see it. And hear me out, it's always on. So you can barely see it, right? It's only on the back here, but hear me out, it's always on. Anytime I hit a little bump, I'm just letting somebody know I'm about to turn, but like, it's the wrong way or I'm not gonna turn. So either like, I don't know, can I turn it off? Do something about it. I think the culprit is this little switch here. It's just so easy to bump it left and right. All right, so the third thing that I hate about this, and I only thought of it just recently because I've been using so many different scooters. I like how secure it is with this little twist knob for folding, but what I don't like is the little latch that you use here. It doesn't click into place. If you put it on, you have to like fold this under, and then the weight of it naturally pushes it out of a lock position. So I've used some scooters where this part just clicks into place and you need to push a button to release this. But this, I'll fold it, I'll set it down, and then if I go to grab it, it lifts up, and I have to do this weird hand maneuver where I push it into place and then I lift it. It doesn't stay very secure there. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but now that I've used a bunch of different scooters that all have a way better latch than this one, I'm like, hey, this thing kind of sucks. But I will say it also doubles as like a little carrying bag. I've hung some groceries from here. It's not the best balance point. I'd rather it lower for like a bag of groceries or something, but you know, it doubles as something else. But you can see it's like, this is plastic and that latch is metal, so it's kind of eating this up a little bit. I do like how this feels with screwing this big old piece of metal locking into place. This feels very secure. I've seen some where they just wobble, or it's like a little button to pop it out of place, and this feels nice and secure. Alrighty, so as we're going, what am I going, 30 miles an hour here? I want to talk about the 4th thing that I hate about my Ausom scooter, and this is true for the other Ausom scooter I've used, but they just do not have the best horn. It's like a microwave beep, or maybe it sounds like a truck backing up, but it's not that loud, especially when you're going like 35 plus 40. I'm only going like 30-ish here, but I can still barely hear it. And I just learned something fun about my brother's bike. Why don't you rip the horn on that real quick? Oh my God, it's like 50 times as loud as mine. How much did you say that horn cost?
It was $10.
$10 retail price. And you know they make them way cheaper than that if he bought it for 10. And he just put that on his bike himself. And I paid like $1,200 for this, and I get a barely can hear it, little microwave beep. I don't know, dudes. I've ridden on enough scooters where I'm like, the horn on all of them sucks. Some of them are going 25 with a little bike bell, and you're like, I literally can't hear it because of the wind. So I will say it is better than some of the other horns I've used, but like that Segway Super Scooter has like a motorcycle horn. It only goes 31 miles an hour. Some of the other ones I use have just as loud of a beep. Oh, look at that. The blinker was on again. I just turned it off. Classic. It's gonna be on all day. So I would say if his horn's only $10 and it's that loud, awesome. Put that on here. Yo, I'll pay an extra 10 for it. Put it on. The horn is so quiet I don't use it, and the blinker sucks so much I don't use it. That's the only reason I bring those up. They're on there for no reason then. I just have two things over here that I'm never gonna touch because they suck. Cool, cool. Woo! Can't hear the horn when I'm going 35. That's only the top of the second. Oh, but I can hear his in my soul. All right, so look, now we've been riding around for a little bit. It brings us to my fifth thing I hate about my Ausom scooter. Even though this is my favorite scooter, there's still 5 things that drive me nuts. And the fifth one is, Brett, the display. As much as I like it, it sucks. Just the information's weird. It doesn't have the best read on the battery. Like, I know I can check the voltage and all that, but I've used enough scooters where they just put a percentage on there and they tell me how many miles I'm gonna get left. And it doesn't seem that much more difficult to just do that. So if they could, on their next version of these scooters, just come up with a better display. I can't tell how much battery I have. The only way that I can like successfully track my range is I just know that I'm not gonna go more than 30 miles and that's when I stop. And I just gotta point out the blinker's on. I wish I was staging it, but it's just on. It's on all the time. You check it. Yeah, it's on. So the screen, it's kind of decent, but like it could be better, right? I can check my current trip. I've been going just about 10 miles today, which seems accurate. I had 369 on it. You know what? I don't think it is accurate. Oh no, we turned it off at McDonald's. Never mind, it is. So I just basically have to use the odometer. It shows me the voltage, but it's hard to tell when you're stopping and going sometimes. I don't get the best read on it. The easiest way is to just whatever the odometer says, just go, all right, when add 30 to that, don't go past that today. But I will say, this is still my favorite electric scooter that I got. I would recommend it for the price. It's a lot better than a lot of stuff in the price range, especially as far as the performance goes. This thing is fast. It goes 42, it says on their site. It says 44 on the display. I get about 40 on it with my weight. But the range on it is so much further than any other scooter in that near $1,000 price range. I'm looking for something to beat it. I'm looking for something that goes more than 30. I'm hoping my next scooter goes 40 or 50 miles total. So I have a whole video on this, which I'll link to at the end of this if you're trying to check out more. But thanks for watching and get out there and ride safe. Can I hit you on the helmet for the ending?
I don't think so.
No? Oh yeah, you got a headache. My bad, my bad. And whatever you're riding, get out there, ride safe, wear a helmet, especially if you're doing it doggy style. Peace out, my dudes.